Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing yet another sew along. These are just my favorite to make so far. I know in some of my earlier videos, I talked about having the flexibility to do a bunch of different things, but this is what I, number one, have time for during nap time, and number two, I've just really been enjoying it. I feel like I've dusted off my sewing machine and I'm having a lot of fun putting pieces together that actually make sense in my wardrobe and I gravitate towards every time I'm getting dressed in the morning. So today is another sew along. I'm putting together a dress that's been on my list to do for quite a while, but thanks for being here and I hope you'll stay and follow along. Okay, so the dress that we're gonna get started making today is the Andy dress by Annie's Sewing Studio, and that's an Etsy sewist that I came across, and she's got a lot of really cute patterns, but it's been on my wish list for probably a year or two, so I'm really excited to get started. And here's a little picture of what the dress looks like, the front and the back. I am really excited. I've been really into like flowy vibes, but I'm excited to see how the structure of this top works. And I really like the open back detail, so it's my first time kind of doing something with this type of tie attachment, so I'm excited to get going. And if this one works out and fits well, then I have a second fabric that I'm going to try to make it in. So we're gonna do this first tester in just like a white cotton. I really want it to be breathable and easy for me to throw on and layer with different things to kind of add personality to the dress. But I want this one to be just very basic. I want to get the size and fit correct, and then we'll go from there. So here we go, let's get started. So I'm at a stopping point for today, and I have gotten through everything that I really had planned on getting through today. So I'm really excited. I have the entire bodice of the dress, I would say like 99% completed. I've attached the outer layer to the lining layer. I've even understitched and gotten all of that together really clean. The straps are attached and the back loop for the strap is attached. So I think the next time I'm able to sit down and work on this, which will hopefully be tomorrow, we will be working on the skirt. Now I do think I am gonna have to cut out an extra layer. This cotton is really thin. It's just a white cotton, so I think I'm gonna see if I have some extra white cotton laying around. So that's all I have time for today, but I will catch you guys up the next time I'm able to work on it. Okay, we're back, and it's day 2 of working on the Andy dress project that I started yesterday, and we've got pretty much the whole top constructed, and now I'm going to start working on the skirt. I have decided to add a lining because I chose a thin cotton, a thin white cotton to make the dress out of. That's really the look I was going for. I wanted it to be like very relaxed and like summer and easy to wear when it's super hot outside, but I don't want it to be see-through, so I did find some leftover lining fabric that I have. It's not cotton, which I really wish it was. I believe it's some sort of old polyester blend from Joann's a while back, but I haven't added a lining to anything in a while, so we're gonna see how it goes. My game plan is to basically just construct the lining the same way I would the skirt, and then I'm going to attach the lining to like the top seams and then leave it loose down at the hem. So I'll have 2 layers at the hem, but 1 layer up at the empire waist seam. So wish me luck, we'll see how that goes. So basically where I'm at is I have the lining of the skirt and the outer layer of the skirts completely put together. Now what I'm going to do is try to merge them. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to, I don't know if I should serge or if I should do just like a line of stitching first, because that'll be easier to take out if for some reason it's not correct. But I do want them like tightly locked together, so I think I'm gonna go ahead with my serger and attach the lining to the skirt. I might regret it later, but let's just see how it goes. Hello. Okay, so we are back. I kind of had to abruptly leave in the middle of sewing yesterday, so I'm back at it today. It is rainy and cozy here today, so it's a nice day for me to just be sewing and enjoying my time in my sewing space. And we have a lot going on in our personal lives right now, so putting together this project has just been a really nice way to distract myself and to give myself space to breathe and relax and just enjoy the quiet time. So where I left off yesterday was putting the skirt together. So I've got the lining attached to the inside of the skirt, and now the next step I'm ready to do is to start working on the gathers. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch a basting stitch with the longest length stitch on my machine, and then I'm going to be able to pull that out and it's going to create some gathers. So I'm going to do that all along the front and then the side seam to where not across the entire back, but because the back has like an opening, so it's kind of like where the side seam meets the back of the bodice. And then we're going to stop doing the gathers at that point, because that's where we're going to add elastic. So let's see, fingers crossed, today's the day I knock out this project. Trying on what I have so far. Everything is pretty much put together, but I've got this big tunnel back here where the elastic is gonna go. And so what I'm trying to do now is just get an idea of how I want the top to fit. So I'm basically just like tying the arm straps back here, how I would like them to fit comfortably. And then seeing where this kind of gap is, I'm gonna take my elastic and I'm gonna just measure like an approximate distance from where this little side seam ends to the other side seam. We'll see, kind of. We'll start there. All right, let's see. So I have it tried on now. Oh, it's looking so cute. I'm really happy with the fabric and the lining. I was nervous because my lining is it's a little bit more cream colored, so I was nervous it would kind of like offset the white, Not very good, but I think it looks good. Okay, so I've tied my back, and this is definitely like looser than I'd like it to be. Okay, so what I can do is I'm gonna remove this pin and basically just continue to pull the elastic until I am happy with go too tight because I like the way I like how loose it looks, but okay, maybe we'll go there. I think that seems good. Okay, and that's it. Another project complete. I am really satisfied with how it turned out. I think the lining is working perfectly to make sure that it's not too sheer as I'm like running around chasing a toddler all the time. But yeah, so again, this sewing pattern was the Andy dress pattern by Sew with Annie. So Andy, A-N-D-Y, and Annie, A-N-N-I-E, Annie's Sewing Studio. But you can find this pattern on Etsy, and I'll have the URL in my bio if you want to go check out this dress pattern yourself. It was really easy, super thorough instructions, really easy to follow. I feel like a beginner could probably do this dress as well. The fit is spot on. I ended up doing an extra small. Normally I'm kind of between an extra small or a small in sizing, but I went with the extra small, and I feel like it's the perfect amount of fitting up at the top in the bodice, but flowy out. I did take off, I want to say maybe 7 3/4 inches off the hem because I am very petite. I'm only like 5'2" on a good day. So I did take off quite a bit of the hem, but I'm happy with where it sits, and I'm really excited with how it turned out. And I do think I'm gonna make a second one in a like silkier fabric. So if I go ahead and make that, then maybe I'll like throw it into one of my other videos. Since you've already kind of watched me put together one, I'll just kind of throw it in there so that you can see how it turned out. But thanks for watching. See you next time.